All right, the number one thing I see missing from small to mid-sized businesses' social media plans is the use of content pillars. This is something that big brands understand and use to their advantage. Yep, big brands might have all the budget in the world, big teams, you name it, but when it comes to planning their content with content pillars, you have the same access they do. Today, let's pop into one, what content pillars are, and then the 4 pillars I think any company can use. All right, first, what are content pillars? Well, these are the themes and topics that you can build all of your content around. And I believe that there are really 4 that every single company should be starting off with, and then you can always build out from there. But let's hop into these 4 pillars. The first pillar is competitor differentiation. So how does your company or product differ from what's out there? If we look at a brand like Olipop, they create a soda, and their soda has very few sugars in it, fiber. It is a healthy alternative. This is what they lean into in their messaging to really place their product as a different or an alternative versus the Coca-Colas, the Pepsis, etc. Or we can look at Burger King versus McDonald's. BK leans into the idea that fire is better. Their charbroiled burgers, they're done over a flame versus McDonald's, which is done on a frying pan. Whatever that is for your business versus the competitor, lean into it. And it's not only with physical products. Say you are a professional service business. You could say that, hey, our customer service is better than the competition, or we respond quicker than everybody. We have less returns, so our product has better quality. Whatever it is, you want to look at how you differentiate your product from competitors, lean into that with your messaging. All right, the second pillar, which is to lean into a company value or something you stand for. We can take a big company like Nike, which their mission is to inspire athletes around the world. Then they put a little star and they say anybody with a body is an athlete, AKA their mission is to inspire everyone around the world. Okay, now if we look at this through the lens of social media, they want to take cultural moments with their athletes or leagues that they sponsor, teams that they sponsor, and look for moments where they can inspire. So if you were to look at this Caitlin Clark post here that they did on Instagram, you're able to see they were able to capture a moment where she broke the records and inspire young women to get into basketball, to play more, to push themselves. They look for moments which tie back to their core theme of inspiration. You want to look at this in your company. What do you stand for? What are the values? Is it being charitable? Is it inspiring those? Is it being entertaining? Whatever it is, you find that, and then you look for moments where you can deploy messaging that ties back to that value. All right, pillar number 3, and this is the promotion of a champion product, service, SKU, you name it. You need to have something that can drive business, drive interest, drive through a champion product or service. If we look at Big Macs at McDonald's as maybe the most famous example of this, this is the one product, the Big Mac, that's going to drive you in. Once they have you in the door, they then are able to increase their average order value by promoting fries, a milkshake, a kid's meal with a toy, you name it. But you go there for the champion product. And we can think about this not only in food, but in agencies, for instance. We have a champion product that we sell, which is social strategy. People come to us for social media strategy. Once they're in, buying that from us, we're working together, it then opens the door for us to sell them on our other services, paid media management, some of our creative services, SEO, etc. But we have to have our champion product, which is the organic social strategy. So you can find that out for your business. Think about that as a hook service or a hook product, something that's going to get people in the door, coming back for it, and then you can expand your service offering with that client or customer once they're in for the champion product. And pillar number 4, this is the industry challenge or the thing that your company is challenging at scale. I like to look at Frank and Oak, which is a clothing brand out of Canada, and they are challenging the fast fashion industry. They are trying to make eco-friendly, eco-conscious, sustainable clothing. So what they're doing is they're challenging fast fashion by saying, hey, we can do this in a way that's better for the environment, opposed to the way that an H&M operates or other textile companies where they create so much waste and are actually harming the planet. So they talk about it through a lot of their messaging, right? Their challenge is to not only create a great company, but to also help the environment. So they have a bigger challenge that they're taking on. What is that in your industry? You need to find out, right? You could look at at something like Olipop, even what we mentioned at the start of the video. Olipop has product differentiation from a Pepsi, a Coca-Cola, with being low sugar, more fiber, etc. But they also have a challenge they could be taking on, which is let's get sugar out of the cupboards, right? Let's get sugar out of the fridge and give kids healthy alternatives. That could be a challenge they lean into. So we want to think about these pillars in your business as things you can build around. When you see a trend, when you have a content idea, hey, does this tie back to one of the pillars we have? And can we create other content that maybe supports this? So that's it. Those are the 4 pillars I would start with if you're looking to create content on social, creating marketing materials. I hope you like this. If you did enjoy this, hit the like, subscribe, all those buttons at the bottom. That does a lot. I'm Jordan Shelton, and I'll catch you next time.